Are you asking yourself the right questions when it comes to business planning? I've got 3 for you next on Agent Hacks. So you're getting the theme here. It's time to make your business plan for 2021. You want to make sure that you're set up to win, and when all the other agents are coming in the office January 2nd, January 3rd saying, hey, I'm ready to work, it's a new year, new me, you're already ahead of the game because the new year is going to be here in November, not in January. There's always a lag in real estate, and it's important to know that. That's why we're talking about this stuff right now. So I've got some questions here. We've talked about the numbers, how to come up with your plan, how to look at the ROI, all those sort of things on a lot of past episodes, because if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. We've heard this before. Thank you, Ben Franklin. So 3 questions that everyone should be asking themselves in their business plan so you can go deep on it to make sure your plan is set up to win. And the thing I'll give everyone here in the kind of the asterisks next to this is that your plan is a living document. We sat through a team training earlier this week and we're going over business planning, and people are showing me theirs and they're kind of embarrassed that it's all scratched up and it's all written on. That's the kind of plan you want, because that means you're working on it, you're adjusting it, you're thinking it through. It's a living document that's going to change. You're going to have to adjust as you go through. So here's the 3 questions you want to be asking yourself when you're working on your plan, and this is where that internal reflection, that internal meeting, that meeting with yourself goes a long way. Number 1, love this one. How do your short-term strategies support your long-term goals? So what are your short-term, day-to-day strategies that are going to support the goal you want to hit at the end of the year? Because if you try to accomplish your business plan for the whole 12 months coming up in the first 3 weeks, it's not going to happen. It's impossible. Chunk it down, break it down, micro commitments. Look at the daily actions or the short-term strategies that are going to support your long-term goals. You know, when you think about things like accomplishing a big goal over a year, or losing weight, or anything in your life that's meaningful, it's those little things over time that get the big result. So really get clear on kind of those daily, weekly, monthly activities, just like the 411 plan in past episodes, which we talked about from KW and Gary Keller. Think about how those short-term strategies are going to support your long-term goals. Number 2, what questions do customers have that you are going to need to be able to answer in 2021? So there's a lot of them out there right now. How's the market? Right? And not just saying, well, it depends. Are you looking to buy, sell, rent, or invest? That's not the answer that you want. You've got to have clear economic data on where the economy's heading and what it means for the housing market. Determining what's going to go on with pricing, mortgage rates. You've got to be the knowledge broker, and if part of your plan is not being totally educated on the purchase process, totally educated in the real estate market, then you're not going to be equipped to answer your customers' questions, and if you can't answer their questions, they're probably going to go somewhere else. So that should be a component of your plan. Are you ready to handle the objections that are coming up? Like, if, for example, I don't want to get involved in a multiple offer situation. A lot of us agents watching know that if people are saying that, they may just not buy a house because that's the way things are right now. Nick knows all that all too well behind the camera. I mean, how many homes did you lose out on, Nick, before you found yours? 7. 7 properties. And this is someone that works in our office, and we were advising the whole way, and he knew that going in. And we ended up finding the right one. He's super happy. He's told me this personally. I don't know if the 7 picked up there, but that was pretty good. So these are the things you need to be ready to answer, right? So what questions do customers have that you're going to be able to answer on the spot? These have got to be scripts that you download in your brain. You've got to know the answer, not get nervous when they ask, but have that confidence of, I got this one. I'm going to tell them exactly what they need to hear. And when that confidence comes through, they're going to trust you as their guide in the transaction. Question number 3, another one that really excites me. How do my strategies differ from the competitors? So how are my strategies different than the competition? So what are your points of difference? Are you delineating that clearly to your potential clients, to those people that you're trying to earn business from? And do you have that written out in some sort of document, in some sort of social proof or piece that you can send off to people really quickly? So for example, hey, we are the only team that does this. Our team's won 48 multiple offer situations this year, or whatever those numbers are, and these are just examples. You've got to have that ready to go, because today's consumers, they are asking tons of questions, they're super well informed, and if you're not bringing value from day one, from that first phone call, from that first text message, then you could be losing out. So what are your strategies that differ from your competitors, and how are you communicating that effectively? So this is a lot different than, well, I got to talk to 15 people to set an appointment, go on this many appointments to sell 50 homes this year. That's not what we're talking about. These are the things that you need to internalize as part of your plan so that you're ready to go when the customer starts asking. You need anything about this, you want more information, let me know. Ask yourself these questions. You're going to be amazed at the kind of plan that you can produce and how you're going to be able to execute in 2021.